Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, cliffhanger bot here. I don't actually know if this is a cliffhanger. Either we're gonna go in here and immediately resolve it, or there's more to this place. We will see. I've been apparently...
Not getting lost, are you? Don't forget to set a beacon.
Might as well. I'm glad that they're actually having me put more of these now. Yeah, let's go see what we can upgrade. Though, honestly, I might skip some of those upgrades if they're not that helpful. Man, I gotta figure out who did the music for this game. They did a really good job with it. So, plasma blast capable of paralyzing small gunk creatures. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna grab the Kevlar fiber, and that's it. Main reason why I don't want to buy some of these upgrades, especially something that might be a little cheaper, is once again, if I have to give myself resources, I'd very much like to have one. Pretty much the energy lure, I think, is the one that I'm not going to get. Mainly just because it doesn't really seem that helpful anyway. I'm sure it's actually pretty good. But this way, if I need to give myself stuff so I can get everything, because I really don't want to have to search through the entire game for the, like, handful of fiber and metal that I've missed. And who knows, maybe that won't be an issue. But I currently do not trust myself to be thorough enough to find everything.
We're getting close to something big, Becks. I can feel it.
I'm trying not to get my hopes up too high, but that pipe certainly feels promising.
Yeah, great things are around the corner. I just know it.
Oh. I like that detail. The top of a beacon has kind of the same antenna structure as the thing coming off of her pack. It's not much, but attention to detail like that is important for making a game actually feel lived in. Sensible. Maybe it's because I've been playing too much Craftopia lately, but there's kind of that feeling of just like everything's just slapped together and bought from an asset store.
The pings... interference. And I can...
Becks? Becks, are you there? Crap.
I mean, you could just walk back outside and talk to her. Even warp back. I've never understood that. And it's probably fine.
Mother of all stars! That glowing light up there, is that where the ping's coming from? I gotta get up there. Yuck. No wonder the water's all clogged up. What is this? A place of sacrifice? Did they make offerings to the energy god? Enough with the fantasies, Rani. Stay focused.
Like I said, whoever did the soundtrack for this game did a really good job. The light vaporwave comboed with, holy shit, it just keeps going down there. I don't know how much of this I even need to suck up. And how much of it is just going to be something that goes away on its own. It's tempting to just suck up as much as I can. Just because. But at the same time, it's kind of clear that there's a ridiculous amount of this stuff, and some of these angles very much are going to make it difficult for me to grab. So maybe if we take out a root structure, we'll be able to get the rest of it. I also don't think I can get past these plants. So let's not. Let's see. Right, I was talking about the aesthetic of this game and how it feels very cohesive. I find this is kind of difficult with a number of games just because the teams tend to be a little big and assets don't always match. You know, it looks reasonably cohesive, but there's kind of a lack of a firm art direction to the game. And it's a little bit more apparent that you have multiple people working with, you know, less art direction than, say, Halo. Halo has always felt like a particularly cohesive package. Every single aspect of it feels carefully planned and designed. and that they were all working with the same general idea of what Halo should look like. The Covenant, the humans, and the Forerunners, and the Flood. You know, all four of those factions were very distinct and well handled. And even kind of within the Covenant, you kind of saw some pretty major stylistic differences depending on where you were and what you were up to. I think there's something really cool about that. The other game I can think of that was particularly cohesive was games. Supergiant. Anything made by Supergiant has a very clear visual language and style to it. That you know it was made by a small handful of people that are in constant contact, interact with each other, and like are really, really clear on like what everything should look like and how it should kind of fit together. The interesting thing is like they actually switch art styles a little bit between games. You know, Hades actually has a somewhat more distinct art style compared to Bastion or Pyre. And I think that's actually really cool, kind of in its own way. But so for this game, it has this kind of almost, I want to call it a claymation feel to it. You know, the chosen textures and whatnot. And I find that to actually be really cool. Just because, I don't know. Visual style and stylization, I think, has always been an incredibly important part of game design for me. I saw somebody talking about this on Twitter the other day, and I'll frankly forget all the games that they had listed. I know one of them was Okami, but the conversation was very much in regards to how having that like very clear visual style with no real sense of like high definition graphics or shaders or
stuff gets everywhere.
Graphics or shaders or lighting or anything like that, you know, because that wasn't as important as the ultimate like style for the game. It made the game timeless in a way that many games will never be. You know, Breath of the Wild is gonna age better than Twilight Princess. Wind Waker especially. Maybe not game design wise.
Making progress.
But Twilight Princess, for example, had a much more gritty, more dark, realistic style. And I still think it looks quite nice, to be honest. But those kind of more stylized, cartoony graphics work a lot better, especially with modern lighting techniques. It's why so many games from the PlayStation and Xbox 360 era look very brown and unappealing years later. You know, at the time it was like, oh, cutting-edge graphics, but you go back to those and you're like, ugh, this has got a bad case of the browns. And that is very often the case. I'm trying to remember which game I was playing recently that I was commenting that it had old school lighting techniques. Well, old school. Early high def lighting techniques. It wasn't necessarily bad, but it was very clear that, like, whatever tech they were using did not do the visual design justice. It's a shame, too.
Bollocks. This is gonna take forever, Pumpkin. I wish I could ask Becks for some advice. She'd tell me to just climb up there and take a look at that glowing thing, instead of talking to myself like a crazy person.
Oh, I like this. Because it's got a lot of, like, kind of synthwave, but also some stringed instruments in the background. A lot of violins. Or those, like, cellos. I don't know. I never learned music. I wanted to get into drumming, but it wasn't really practical for me. Kind of big, very expensive, and I think just it's rare for things to hold my attention for that long. I think as an adult, I'm going to try and learn how to play an instrument, and it's probably going to be like handpan or banjo. Just kind of as a thing that I can just chill and learn and not have to worry about being only okay at. Because I feel like with stringed instruments and woodwinds, especially, there's kind of a feeling of like, if you're not good at this, everyone around you is going to know and be mad about it. But for like a handpan, I can just kind of sit there and go, and no one's gonna care. This is just pure stream of consciousness commentary. I like it though. Not a lot of games let me do that nowadays. Usually I'm too focused on the gameplay. But for this one, the only time I really feel like I need to disconnect from what I'm saying is... Oh, there were some resources there. Maybe it'll pop back as soon as I've cleared the tower. Oh. I just got jump scared by a blob. Yeah, I can't tell if it's supposed to be.
Hostile gunk. Good thing I've got my mask on.
Okay. I'm not getting alien junk out of this. I think the game has realized that I'm farming them. That's a shame. Because I was hoping for just like a lot of alien material. It might just be this area too. That certain areas around here specifically just give you infinite enemies until you've cleared all of them.
I'm not gonna let this stuff stop me. Just a bit further.
Okay. Wish there was a way to do that without just chucking things all over the place. 'Cause I'd certainly hate to find out some of it flew off the arena. It definitely looks like some of it could have. Oh well. And yeah, not as much of a cliffhanger ending on that last episode as I thought it was going to be. For me, a cliffhanger has to be right before a big pivotal moment that isn't also like half an hour long. And for this one, it very clearly is a whole level and zone. I dig it though. Not a lot of exploration to be done in this game. It's mostly just going out of your way for goodies. But frankly, I'm kind of fine with that. Oops. I'm just gonna clear some of this out.
Except the inscriptions frequently mention the word garden. Does it refer to this place? Is this where they grew their crops?
I think instead of painstakingly clearing it out, I'm just going to clear my path. Because this is actually really cool. Kind of freaky. Like, if I were here doing this in person, I'd probably go back out and see if I could get, like, some kind of long-range attachment and slowly suck up everything, because there's no way I'd walk through a tunnel like that in person. I'm way too much of a coward. Coward? I don't know if it's cowardice or just proper caution. Like, I don't do risk. I'll do it in a video game, clearly.
No pain, no gain. We're getting close.
But in real life, gosh, this thing looks disgusting. In real life, you know, high venture hiking. Nope. Whitewater rafting. Hated it. rock climbing. Only in, like, a rock climbing gym, and even then, kind of iffy on it. I know for a lot of people, it's not...
A hatch? What would Becks do? I guess I gotta try to get it open?
Okay, we gotta cull this a little bit. It's getting bulbous at me. And I don't like that. Want some room to maneuver. Okay. Whoop. An alien console relays data between active mechanical systems. An insertion hatch to access the inside of the energy pipeline. We're just gonna push it back a little further just in case there's something interesting around here. I'm not seeing it. Well, that's one way to do it. Huh.
Holy crap!
What the fish, Ronnie?
Hey, Becks! You're back!
I was so worried. At first, I lost the ping and the radio went all static. I went inside to try and fix it, and then came this sound like a swoosh. And I looked out, and the whole place had changed. The river's clearing up. The air is lighter, and the energy reading went right off the charts.
I know, right? It was like this mega gunk, and I opened a hatch on the pipe, and there was this, like, energy blast. All the gunk vanished in one blow.
According to the data, you released pure lightning.
It opened up my way, too. I can see where the pipe comes out of the ground.
You can? You have to follow it. I mean, if you think it's safe to go down there.
I'd say me and Pumpkin are up for the challenge.
And now we go back down. I like that there's all these mushrooms so you can just kind of warp around. There's one of the screws. I don't think I can do anything with it. But there might be goodies along the central structure. Weird thing, too. Oh, that's our footsteps on the metal. Oh, that makes sense, actually. Anything else here? Because you see the mushrooms, and they kind of descended, but... I don't think they descended particularly far. I'm gonna go back up. They could be an environmental detail, or there's something cool down here. Nope. Not unless there's something really sneaky down there. But I'm just gonna say no for my own sanity. Aha! I knew the metal would grow back, which is a confusing statement to make, to be honest. Nope, nothing.
This place makes me think of those secret gardens I used to read about, you know, when I was a kid.
You wouldn't mind being an adventurer in a fairy tale, would you?
I sure wouldn't.
I'm seeing stuff, but I'm not seeing anything major. Nothing collectible. Just a lot of nice details. I definitely stand...
I'm following the pipe.
I definitely stand by my statement of... I think Shell would have really liked this game. She's busy, though. Got her own thing. We want to go back around. Ooh. Oh, I see it. Okay, what else we got here? Just purely from alien worlds are cool.
We're getting deep underground, but the only way up is down.
You could go outside and see what that looks like. There was a beacon there. I think I'm going to want to go back to that area one way or another, purely just to see what it looks like. Yeah, some of that just flew off into the sunset. It'd be nice if stuff that flew into kind of unobtainable locations, you know, out of the world into death pits and whatnot, would just instantly fly into your inventory regardless of whether or not that makes sense.
All right, here we go.
Maybe that is actually how it works and I just haven't noticed. It's possible.
Hey, the computer's finally decoded the text. Listen. Our lives were nothing but sweat and toil because the Geist was buried. The gardener made it flow and bestowed upon us our future.
Ooh, sounds like poetry. The Geist must be the energy, right?
All the inscriptions basically state that the gardener made the energy flow, so they did make use of it. That's good news for us.
But which way is progress? I can never tell.
Whoa, just look at this place. No gunk, just amazing nature.
Bunch of fiber. I think actually both of these paths are 100% valid. Maybe? They certainly loop back on themselves. Have I scanned these? Yes. Angel kernel. Cool. I should not have scanned those. So which is the way? Or maybe this whole thing is just kind of this twisting, interconnected helix structure that keeps going back on itself over and over again. Looks like that's kind of the case. Well, tons of resources. And I was worried that I might not get enough stuff. I don't... Oh, I know. I do see where I'm aiming this.
All right.
Okay, so that's probably progress. Do I see anything else or anywhere else I'm supposed to go? Nope. Well, let's go back. I'm so glad we actually do have the capacity to warp back and forth here. Hello.
How are you holding up?
The gunk was everywhere. I've never seen anything like it. It was like it went on forever, covering everything. You can't even imagine. You should have been there, Becks.
Wow, you sure make it sound appealing. But hey, seriously, I'm glad you got through that okay. It sounded pretty intense.
It sure was. I can't wait to see what else we find.
Well, hopefully several large, easily portable containers of whatever flows through those pipes.
Okay, so we haven't unlocked anything new. I guess I'll grab this one. Because I don't think I care about the rest. They're good, but they're not major. Okay, 33 out of 34 for the next unlock. Now, is the river around here better? Yes, I think. I don't think there's anything I can do here at the moment. It almost would have been kind of neat to have this game. I don't want to say be open world, more just non-linear. You know, just kind of put the ship in the center of a map and let me kind of explore it freely with a bunch of different POIs to check out. At the same time,
You'll protect Becks if any gunk creatures show up, right?
Nah, hopefully it won't get to that, Kurt. As soon as we find the source of that energy, we'll be off this rock. Safe and sound inside the bunny. Maybe I'll even get some peace and quiet to work on my miniatures.
I really want to work on miniatures at some point, but not in the way that everybody else generally does it.
There might be a way through here.
I really want to, like, buy a 3D printer.
Damn, tight space.
You think it's a dead end? It'd be awful to lose the pipe now, when we've come this far.
Nah, seems to be opening up further down.
I want to buy a 3D printer, and I want to, like, 3D model my own models, and 3D print them.
This place really did open up, like a whole system of caves.
Just don't get lost.
I'll try.
Okay, no, we just go back here. As long as I don't miss my jumps. Then we're good.
Oof, this is gonna be a squeeze.
Alright, alas, it seems to be that I am lost again. It's fine.
Yoink!
No goodies. But I really want to 3D model, like, my own miniatures. I don't think I'd, like, try and attach them to a pre-existing set. But I think it would be really cool to, like, 3D model some mecha and then, like, print them. And then just have them be mine? Ah. Like, I think it would actually be kind of cool to make my own tabletop,
Lights
like,
on.
miniatures game.
I can barely see my hand in front of me.
What about your feet? We don't want you breaking anything.
Me? I've never broken a bone in my life.
Well, you did lose half an arm.
And I scanned these, right? Yeah. Let's see. Oh. Got it. Now, it does look like there's
What's
some
that sound I
resources
keep
on the
hearing?
other side.
I found some more of these natural explosives. This planet sure is a wonder.
Handle with care, please. Any sign of the pipe?
A little busy here, partner. I'll report to you as soon as I've got something.
Okay, is this the stuff? Yeah. This is the stuff we saw, and I think there's an upper area too. I realize it would be a massive undertaking to actually make like a commercially viable like minis game. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of interest in Warhammer. I know a lot of people really revere it, but by the sounds of it, Games Workshop has always been like weirdly out of touch. The classic example of
More ruins. What were they doing down here?
Please, careful.
Damn! You're breaking up! Well, we know what that means. Gunk.
It's the classic example of, you know, the people in charge and the people that own the IP are just horribly out of touch and don't really understand why people like their product. Or maybe they do, but that, you know, it's successful in spite of the game developers' understanding of their core audience or why people like their games and so on and so forth. Specifically, I know they'd like gone after some fan animators and some other stuff for their projects, and shut them down because they didn't want competition because they're making like their own television show or something like that. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention, but hearing that story was kind of enough to just make me be like, nah, not them. I just haven't seen any other products kind of in the same vein that I like. Maybe I should look into it and spend some more time, but it seems like, you know, Warhammer really is king as far as the minifig games go. I used to play... Oh,
Bex,
shoot.
I found the pipe!
It wasn't HeroClix, it was the other... It was the more, like, Magitech fantasy...
What the?
Ugh, creepy. Didn't seem to notice me at all, and it looked like it was following the pipe too. I can't get through the same way though. Let's get rid of this gunk.
Huh. Platform for traversal over obstacles mechanically triggered, constructed of the same durable material of the rest of the rune structures. I don't know if it's generating these blobs or if they're the ones that are just kind of cycling through the environment. Also not sure how much I need to clean this up. I guess I can be more thorough here. This area is much less busy than that tower was. I think I do have to clean this up, actually, if I want to be able to go anywhere. There's one. I actually do not know the name of the alternative that I played. Was it Mage Knight? Maybe it was Mage Knight. Pardon me? What is that thing? Is that Gunk or is that a machine? And why did she not notice it? We'll see another one of them for sure. I was expecting I'd be using the sprint a lot more, but I'm not. There we go.
This place is so cool. Plants down here in the dark.
Reception? Finally! I've been trying to break through the interference, but our cheap-ass equipment's not much to work with.
Good news. I found the pipe again.
You did? That's great.
Switch chain, a control device facilitating a nearby mechanism, like dropping a counterweight or loading a spring in a clockwork. Apply pulling force to activate. How convenient that it is hand-sized for me. Okay. Oh, can I scan this door yet? Yes. Can actually scan door. A circular gateway, judging by the age and wear of it. Whoever built it has abandoned it. The lock mechanism seems to be triggered by a strong pulse of light. The composition is... The composition is robust and the corrosion is mostly superficial. Could perhaps still be opened. The music keeps changing too.
It's like I'm in two different eras at once. The ruins look ancient, but the pipe looks brand new. So did that drone.
Drone? What the hell, Ronnie?
I was like right in front of it. All I cared about was
she
the
did
pipe.
comment on it.
That is interesting. Would be nice to know what it was up to.
So she was actually talking about the drone. Oh, I should not have done that. Tablet covered in alien language. Always scan first. I was just assuming the tablet would somehow... let's see. The tablet would somehow, like, be how you control the elevator, not turn around and shoot the light thing. Do these people just carry, like, blasters with them at all times? No, it's just... same inscription across the board. Funky. Yeah, I'm not making that. I think there's got to be a way to rotate this stuff. Those are the doors. That's the elevator. Because, yeah, how do I make it over to that rock? Not sure, unless I get a control module. No, because that's for getting around. Oh, wait. No, that's just for getting back.
Huh. Interesting.
Any progress?
The only other way out of the room is locked. Should be a counterweight around here somewhere.
Pull the switches.
This should do it.
I guess just pull all of them.
Nope, didn't do it.
What's going on?
Ah.
I think I activated some sort of ventilation system, and now both doors are shut.
Are you trapped?
There must be some way out
Out of here.
Okay, another alien language thing. So maybe the platforms are now moving in the rest of this area.
I'm out, Becks. At least from that room.
Good.
The air's all warm and humid down here. Not stale, though.
Grab the goodies. Okay. I don't think there's anything in there. So where does this take me? Back here. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. It's a little claustrophobic,
Ooh,
and I
better
don't want to
watch my
spend forever
step.
looking. Can I not scan this? No, apparently not. Ooh, it's actually giving me motion sickness. I'd say that's unusual, but I'm like really tired, and so I wouldn't be surprised if that isn't what's getting me at the moment. I need to take a nap. Damn. I don't like taking naps. It always messes with my sleep schedule.
There's a heated flow of air coming from below, and this area seems to be rich in mineral deposits. Maybe this was a mine? Looks like a lot of the caverns are natural, though.
Grab all the resources you can. Not nearly as profitable as getting that energy, but at least I know how to hawk anything we don't find a use for when we get back home.
So I don't think this is the room I was in. I'm not seeing anything down below. I really gotta look up who the composer for this was. Because it almost sounds kind of winter, like Austin Wintory. But I think that's just because of the stringed instruments. It really truly could be him. There we go. Does not lower the elevator. Okay, and there's no secret chamber below the elevator either. Now we're back to where we were. I'm gonna continue on up top.
Any trace of the pipe?
Not yet. I just have to make it over this chasm.
I want to see if I can activate an elevator of some variety. Because if there's an elevator or a shortcut of some variety that I can take here, then we can get back down and get to that metal deposit. If not here, then probably in the next room. It certainly seemed to have the platforms for it. Okay. Not here. Yeah, I think I'm right about the jumping gives you a movement speed boost. Ah. Okay, where am I? I'm here. That's there. Problem is, this ain't moving. Huh. Ooh. There's the pad.
Slam dunk! Yuck.
More gunk.
Gunk might mean energy, so it's not all bad.
Let us just de-gunk everything. Clean that mode is bad.
Oh, alright. I'm back in the locked room. Maybe I can open it up from here?
Alright. An alien control panel. Used to convey information about active systems. Yeah, not terribly interesting.
That did it.
I got it. Didn't get it that well, but I got it. Okay, and hopefully that opens the lower door. I'm gonna go double check. Oh, yeah, because now there's a bunch of mushrooms in here, so I can go back the way I came. I'm pretty sure these were not here before. Okay, and these are still rotating. Got it. Okay, I don't like it when games show me a resource that I can't get yet. And I don't have a map to help me remember. I'm just distractible enough. That's a problem. Let's see. I think we are just going through this door. Right. This is not going to drop me down because I can't go down there anymore. Cool. New zone? Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at it. At the very least. It's probably going to be the same area. Lower mine. And we got Gunk. But I think for now, we're going to deal with the Gunk on the next episode. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys then.